What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are gonna talk about balancing. We got a balance patch note coming this week. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, somewhere around that time you will be seeing the notes. And yeah, I want to talk about the units. One needs a buff, one needs a nerf. I'm not gonna go through all the monsters, first of all, because I already talked about this in some of the past videos like this, and a lot of points would still stay the same, because not much is changing. Comtos doesn't really do much in the balance patches, so yeah. Honestly, just talking the same thing on and on, it would be kind of pointless, right? So instead, I will mention a couple nerfs first that I think needs to happen, and then I will talk more about the newer units and the buffs they could be getting and stuff like that, because I think some of these newer units we should be seeing in the patch, hopefully, right? First of all, fire units, one needs a nerf. The main thing here that could get touched is probably Juno. Skill 3. This thing is the biggest problem, right? 2-turn, speed buff, no cooldown, nothing. Can reapply multiple times per turn. Doesn't matter, right? Potentially change this to 1 turn. So when she actually takes a turn, you know, you punch her, she takes a turn, she has speed buff for that turn, helps her get a turn faster. Next turn she doesn't, right? That's probably what I would do right now with Juno. I think 1 turn is already enough, and maybe too much. But yeah, that's definitely a thing that I would do with Juno. The rest, I don't really have much to talk about. Fire units, I would mention Douglas maybe a bit because of... doesn't matter. I talked about it before. You guys know what I think. Douglas being a Douglas, right? The rest, not much to say. Water. One of the main units right now, if not the main unit that we should see in the balance patch, Acog. Acog is broken. One of the units that Comtos kept buffing because it wasn't getting used enough. Again, a unit not being used enough doesn't mean a unit is bad. It just means people are stubborn, right? People use something and they are afraid of change. They will never change unless they see a lot of other people do the same thing, right? Overbuffed for no reason. We should be seeing something. Lower these rates again to how they were before. I don't know. 15 as a start or something. Just lower it back. Unnecessarily broken, right? Anything else in water? I think there's some stuff that could be toned down a bit, but probably not going to be changed. Abelio, passive, being no cooldown. They're probably not going to touch Josie. They're not going to touch... I don't think they're touching anything. Miles is in the conversation lately a lot for that kind of stuff. Honestly, I don't think he's getting changed. As long as they touch on Acog, as long as they address him, I'd be happy. Wind, not much to talk about. Wind is probably the element that has the least to talk about. Because I talked before about Leo a lot, and my point will still stay on Leo. I'm not going to talk about it again. Chongpong is one of the things as well. He's not going to get changed, most likely. We're not going to see any wind unit nerfs, in my opinion. I don't think anything is on Comtos' radar for a nerf. Etna, again, one of those units that got overbuffed just like Acog, where she was already good. but people weren't using her enough, so Comtos thought she's not good, so they buffed her more. It just tells you how much Comtos knows about the game, right? I don't think she's gonna get nerfed, but you never know. She's probably the main candidate when it comes to wind, probably, but yeah. I don't think we're getting any wind unit nerfs. Light. Main unit, Tianlang, obviously. Most people would say he's the best unit right now in Summoner's War. Can't really disagree with that. Even if you have a different unit in mind, you still probably can't really disagree with that statement. He is definitely one of the best units, if not the best. Somehow keeps dodging every balance patch pretty easily, right? He's been broken for a long time, and someone at Comtos really loves him and probably has him. So they kind of refuse to change him. Anything else here? Potentially something else. I don't think we're gonna see anything else, honestly. That's probably the main unit. Laura got nerfed a bit, and it didn't really change her much, because I think the nerf wasn't the one she needed to get. Laura is a very similar story to Etna, to Heigang, where she was already a good unit. Comtos thought she wasn't good because she wasn't used much, so they buffed her to be OP, right? If they revert all the changes on Laura, she would still be a great unit, and people would still use her because now people know that she didn't need a speed buff to be good. You know, it's just that somehow you need to make people use her, and then people see how good she actually is or was. So definitely still broken. My advice, just revert all the changes, and that's it, pretty much. That would just fix her completely. I don't think we're gonna see anything else here. Realistically, some stuff could be a little bit tweaked, but I don't think we're seeing anything. Dark, there's always a ragdoll conversation. There's always going to be a ragdoll conversation because ragdoll is broken, and he always will be broken, right? I've been always saying how ragdoll will never change if they keep like nerfing the passive to percentage wise, right? If they keep changing it percentage wise, unless they make it to 1%. I think ragdoll is one of those units that needs his passive completely reworked, because what he does is broken, right? Again, I don't think that's ever gonna happen. I think ragdoll is not getting touched. I think none of the dark units will get touched. There are some pretty like high candidates like Jackson. Max, he's probably not getting touched. Neft is probably not getting touched again. Yeah, I think dark units are probably safe from being touched, even though some might need it a bit. That's it for the nerfs. Let's talk buffs a bit. Now, I said I was gonna talk only about the newer units, and we can start with this thing because these guys are not gonna be in the patch for sure, unless Comtos breaks the rules and actually adds them, because usually the next patch after the new unit release never has the new units. They wait for them to settle down a bit, for people to test them, and honestly they could put them in the newest patch, because it doesn't take the people too long to test them. We already... Listen, if I'm being honest, I don't even need to test this guy to tell you he's bad. I don't even need to test this guy to tell you he's not that good. You know, like, Some units you just know, right? Some units you can't really say unless you test, but some units you just know, and they could definitely put them in a newest patch, but the Comtos just has their own rules and they probably won't. But yeah, Bloodia. I wanted this unit on release to put 3 dots, 1 heal block, and then you have 4 debuffs, which is 100% pushback. Right? Potentially 100% pushback. They decided to make it only 1 dot, 1 heal block, and then the last hit pushes back. So it's every hit does a separate thing. If they made this on every single hit puts a dot, and then on the second hit puts heal block, on the third hit attack or pushback, perfect. GG, well played, right? It would be a great unit, it would be a balanced unit, it would be a unit we need, because we don't have many fire, pushback, control units, right? She would be amazing. She also has an AoE strip. Very nice. Okay, it would be perfect. I wanted that to be her on release, but Comtos said no, we will make her bad. So if they make that change to put a dot on every hit, she's fixed, she's GG, well played, right? We go next. Fire Indra got buffed. I don't even know what his buff was. He's garbage. End of story. I mean, it's hard when you make a unit that's only like a arena offense type of unit. It's tough to buff it because you're limited to one thing, and it's GG for that unit. Unless you completely do something crazy about him, it's kind of GG, right? So I don't know what they could do about him. They would have to probably do a full rework of his passive or something, and then maybe he could be good. Firebike definitely needs something additional to his third skill. I'm not really sure what, but it's just not good enough, honestly. Skill 1 not impactful enough. Skill 2 is pretty good, I would say. It's decent. And then skill 3 is like good, it's okay. It just doesn't give enough. So I would like to see him in the patch as well. Fire Ezio, not good, okay? Not good. Inflicts damage, ignores defense in proportion. Enemies lost HP by at least 30 up to 100. Why do we need conditions like this on a unit that just does damage, right? Get rid of the conditions, make him ignore defense on every hit. I know the multipliers are not going to be that crazy, so he could take that pretty easily. Just do it. Just do it, man. Like, simple. Make him a good unit. And Cassandra's fine. I have nothing to say. Let's go water. This one. Trap, 10 turns, 5% HP every turn. The trap thing decreases by 1 turn whenever she gets attacked. It's only 10 turns because it counts opponents and your turns as well. You get punched, it decreases. It's not that threatening, right? It's cool, but it's not super threatening. Which makes it even worse is that the second skill is a 3-turn cooldown with just this one effect. If they could add a additional turn to this, that would be pretty good, I think. Definitely needs something like additional turn here. Maybe that would help a lot. The rotation a bit and the cooldown a bit. Yeah, I think that's something that I would like to see. That would probably make her usable. Water Indra, the second best Indra, I would say, after the dark one. Needs a small touch. It's very similar to the dark one when it comes to like how much he needs a buff. Small touch, small touch. I'm not really sure what. They could maybe decrease his damage intake even more. Maybe revive with more HP or something like that. But it's very close to being good. This one, similar story to Firebike, where it needs more to be better. I don't think her passive will be changed. The skill 2 could get something additional. The skill 1 could maybe get a higher defense break chance. That's a potential. Maybe increase it by 10% so you have a double 50 instead of a double 40. Yeah, that'll be okay, I think. She's close though. She's decent. Ezio is already really good, I would say. That's it for water. Wind. This thing has the remove healing, the remove cleansing thing that you can't cleanse on every hit with a 100% chance. So you can AoE this shit. In addition, your attack bar increases by 10% whenever an enemy is granted with harmful effects. So you're getting a decent amount of turns with this skill. Skill 1 is nice too. It's still kind of lacking something, but she's probably better than these two, I would say. But I think she's cool. I think right now Zima is just better and does the similar thing. But Zima puts slow and has a bomb and has the stun on the bomb. So it's kind of hard to compete with Zima. But if they add something more to her, it would be pretty decent, I would say. Wind Bike. No, not Wind Bike. Wind Indra. They buffed him, they gave him a strip. That's not what he needed. He needs to do more damage. And they need to do something about it. They need to maybe make him ignore defense just like Miles does. Because his damage is speed proportionate, but it still is based on if you have a defense break on your opponent. Even then, it's pretty bad. So it's not good, okay? Also, you will get 100% speed once you're in the thunder state. So you can't even use him as a stripper in front of your units. Like you could, but it's not broken. It's 106 base speed. It's not like having a wound star or something, because you still have to take a turn to get into this state where you will be getting your speed. So it needs a damage buff, I would say. Wind Cassandra, I'd say is already good. Wind Bayek puts dots. Puts dots. He puts dots. That's it. Needs something. Okay, definitely needs something. If they want to make him PvP usable, definitely needs something. And that's it for wind. This one, already, I would say good. Can I see a potential buff? Maybe something small, but it already looks pretty good, I would say. Yeah, this one is kind of nice. Light Indra, I would say needs a higher stun chance. Aside from that, yeah, that's probably the main thing he needs for a buff. So you can actually use him as a follow-up unit that's consistent. Berghild, insane. Light Ezio, I would say good. I would say pretty good. Okay, I had a chance to pick him from my LD Blessing. I didn't, which was a stupid decision from me. But we live on, okay? I wish I had him. Frederick. come to us. You gave us a free unit. You never said anything. It's shit, okay? You just gave us a pile of shit. Please buff. Make him good, make him usable. Okay? This skill makes no sense. Absolutely no sense. Please buff. Dark. This one, I want to see this have like a higher percent activation. One of the coolest units in the game, coolest looking, okay? It's so cool. Again, this additional turn, boom. Maybe higher percent here, additional turn on this, but I think it's pretty good. I think it would be pretty good. The best Indra, 100%. Not much needed here, maybe a bit more damage or something. But he's already, like, even if they don't touch him, I think he's already pretty cool. One of the best cleave boosters in the game. Sadly, cleave sucks, so that makes it pretty sad. I think it's a good unit. It's just that the playstyle is not as good. So I don't think she needs a buff. I think maybe in the future, if cleave becomes more viable, she will shine. Cassandra, really good. Please stop doing this, okay? Come to us. We are in 2023, almost 2024. You cannot make a 21 lead on a 5-star LD5, okay? 24 leads. Stop the bullshit when you make a 4-star in the family. And then you have a 5-star also in the family, and then the 5-star gets hurt because they have a 4-star in the family. What does that have to do with anything? If I can get an explanation about that, like, just please tell me, what does that have to do with anything? She's a 5-star still. They need to stop doing this. Stop, okay? You have no reason to do it. I don't care what, you have no excuse, okay? Stop it. Make the unit 24 just like it's supposed to be. Do not fuck up their leads. Dark Bayek. We've seen him in SWC. I think he still isn't that good though. Okay, it was a surprising pick. That's why it worked a bit. I don't think he's good. Okay? I'm sorry. He needs a buff. Something. Something. And that's about it. That's about it. I touched on the newer units. I touched on the nerfs. Let me know what you guys think. Since the last patch was garbage, let's hope this one is gonna be OP. I'm probably a fool for hoping. I always hope. Because of that reason, I'm an idiot. But I still have to hope, okay? I just have to do it. But let me know what you guys think. What do you want to see buffed? What do you want to see nerfed? And yeah, that's it. Stay safe. Take care. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.